So I was scrolling YouTube and I received an ad saying, "Have you found odd videos, whatever?" And it says, "Well, we're investigating the YouTube search and discovery page." So, what? So this piqued my interest, and it's called the Monzilla Foundation, and I haven't actually researched anything. So let's go read about it. And as soon as you go to their homepage, it leaves you what their goal is. Sorry, one second. Now that I'm done dying, the Monzilla Foundation works to ensure the interest and remains a public resource that is open and accessible to all. Okay, that's fine and all, but I kind of need something more. And I have I have made a breakthrough discovery, and I'm the first person that I know of to actually cover this. So, yay, original content that's not been used up. But let's click on the Who Are We tab. Established in 2003, guided by the Mozilla Manifesto, the Mozilla Foundation believes that the internet is a global public resource and must remain open and accessible for all. Well, okay, what evidence do they have to back this up? Oh, public records. Oh, that's nice. So governance. Articles of Incorporation of the Mozilla Foundation. Okay, that's boring. Ooh, bylaws of the Mozilla Foundation. Amendment number 1. The bylaws of the... Okay. This sucks. It's boring lawyers. Ooh, what do we do? That's good. What do we do? Rally citizens. Issues around the health of the impact. The Mozilla empowers consumers to demand better online privacy, trustworthy and artificial intelligence, and safe online experiences from big tech and governments. So far, I'm supporting this. Privacy not included. Our buyer's guide connected product rates and how private and secure data. The consumer helps make more information choices manufactured to their product more safe. Oh, YouTube regrets. Oh, that's good. I like YouTube. I kind of do it. You were expecting me to say as a job. YouTube's recommendation AI is powerful but can be harmful. Recommendation false content in order to increase watch time. After a game platform publicly acknowledged product and status to device solutions. Oh, well, it has a read the stories button. Well, let's see what it says. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, they have an interactive cool thing. So if you scroll, it shows. Yeah. It's their website's actually pretty cool. Ki- uh, Number 1, A Deadly Fall. I started searching for videos where people fall or get a little hurt. Or I was then presented with a channel that showed dashcam videos at cars. At the first, it was minor accidents, but later transitioned into cars blowing up and falling off bridges. Videos where people clearly didn't survive the accident. I felt a little bit sick at that point and haven't really sought out the type of content after that. So, here's the solution to that, which isn't guaranteed to work. The report button, but if you're the only one to report it, it doesn't really work. So, I do think YouTube should investigate. And I don't know how the YouTube bot didn't pick this up because, come on. If I say the word coronavirus, except with a C in front, I immediately get blocked, restricted, all of that fun stuff. But, it doesn't well this content's allowed to stay onto YouTube, which I find bad. And you can tell that this is even less scripted than my usual videos. Okay. Two, I don't know how to undo the damage that has been done. My 11-year-old sweet daughter innocently searched up for tap dance videos and is now in a spiral of horrible extreme dance on controlled videos that give her horrible, unsafe body harming and body image damaging advice. I tried manually delete. I've tried to go in and manually delete recommended videos, put in parental controls on everything, including blocking the app, but she's finding these ways to log in browsers and school computers. These terrible videos just keep getting recommended to her. Now she is restricting her eating and drinking. I heard downstairs I heard her downstairs saying, "Working to eat, I work to drink. I don't know how I can undo the damage that's been done to her and her impressionable mind." Well, let's actually, I want to see if I can find it. And don't worry, I'm not prone to self-harm. You should read some of my poetry if you can crack the code. Okay, screw me, I'm not going to go find it. But, hey. Hmm. Let's continue. Stallions doing mares. I like watching horse sports videos and horse care information. YouTube keeps pushing stallions doing mares at me. Not my interest at all. No one has ever watched any porno on my personal machine, so I haven't pushed at times feeling upset and degrading. Well, yeah, true. But you could also click on the video, report it, dislike it, just get rid of it. Don't click it. In fact, click the opposite. Let's continue. YouTube's Drag Race. I occasionally watch a drag queen who did a lot of positive affirmation building videos and vlogs. Otherwise, I watch very little that wasn't mainstream music. But my recommendations at the sidebar were full of anti-LGBT and similar hateful content. It got to the point where I stopped watching their content and still regret it as the recommendations followed me after. That's actually kind of sad. Now, if we go to the report thing, and I seriously don't recommend falsely reporting, I'm just clicking on clicking on a random video I have open. I watch YouTube. And it says sexual content, violence or repulsive content. There's the cars one. Hateful or abusive content. Harmful or dangerous acts. Child abuse. Promotes terrorism. Spam or misleading. Infringes my rights. Captions issue. So, those are your options. So, I also recommend creating an ad campaign, which obviously works. And this ad campaign, um, well, it's obviously, it's obviously kind of helping me. But let's continue. Number 5, How I Lost My Father. My stepfather is an 80-year-old retired scientist from Agincourt. He was always curious in all sorts of wisdom and theories. And Knowledge is a very literate and educated, and enjoys discussing current events, scientific discoveries. But for a few years, he became quiet and lonely, and spends a large amount of time on the internet and on YouTube, particular. His curious mind quickly brought him toward alternative theory on multiple topics, conspiracy theories, Illuminati, and other alien-based stories. Bible inspired as well as radically anti religious, obscure world views from pyramidologists and etc. God, my voice is dying. Oh, God. Okay, back to my buttery smooth voice. Jesus Christ. Despite the facts we tried to erase his YouTube history and clean his browser, recommendations are completely filled with these kinds of egotistic videos. These are recognizable text-to-speech voiceovers, commentaries, and endless proposing of a similar video after another. He sometimes falls asleep while watching. His days are filled with such content, which quite strongly affected his worldview towards a much grimmer and more pessimistic turn. It seems impossible as his family to fight against the recommendation algorithms that steers the digital consumer life. It is quite frustrating to see a loved one bury oneself for um um shoot bury it's frustrating how a loved one would bury themselves into more and more kind of this obscure negative and extreme confidence depriving influence. How I lost my father, part 2. My father, before his passing, thought aliens were living among us in disguise and he could eliminate his heating bill with a new free energy device that UFOs were all over the bill. He showed me YouTube videos that proved it. I spent hours trying to explain to them that YouTube is full of free energy scams and that the best UFO is maybe a shiny little DARPA toy that uses uh, he would not come to grips why people would be dishonest or why the FCC, Jesus Christ, or the FCC wasn't doing their job, and trusted he saw on TV way too much. He was consuming YouTube on his TV and maybe thought the FCC was a kind of government regulation. He was supposed to still wait. Oh god. He was used to was still present there. How much better could our time together have been if not for YouTube delusions? So, so this is basically the opposite of the wormhole theory. What's his name? What's his stupid name? The one guy, the boycott YouTube guy who started the ad apocalypse. Yeah, that jerk. Yeah, this is basically the opposite of him. Instead of advertisers, he's going after the actual YouTubers, which is the correct thing to do. Don't go after the ads. We don't want YouTubers to suffer. Go after the YouTuber or the corporation or whatever. My ex-wife, who has mental health problems, started watching conspiracy videos 3 years ago and believed every single one. YouTube just kept feeding her paranoia, fear, and anxiety, one video after another. I kept begging for her to stop, but she didn't. She couldn't. At one point, she believed the helicopter near the house was government coming to take her and my daughter away. They were really checking the power lines and called in a blind panic. Now she's convinced the world's going to end any day now, and an extreme religious fundamentalist. She refuses to even consider a professional help because she no longer trusts anyone, especially doctors, the police, and any government-run organization. I mean, you shouldn't. Not to the point of insanity, though. And YouTube just keeps feeding her more and more fear videos. My marriage is now over. Her extraordinary fear has totally consumed her and our life together. So this is someone who's actually well gone and oh no, I see a word that's gonna get me restricted. Oh, I'll replace it with another word that you can probably guess. I'm a teacher. One small step for conspiracies. I'm a teacher and watch serious documentaries about Apollo 11, but YouTube's recommendations are now full of videos about conspiracy theories about. Okay, what month is November? And then the 11th day of November. The fascist dictator of Germany during the 1940s and his escape, alien seekers, and the anti American propaganda. right? Okay. Well, number 9, it gets better. So I'm gonna go open up an incognito tab, right? Like clean slate, can't really do anything. I mean, it can, but whatever. If you search for the term, uh, if you search for the positive term LGBT, content results in a barrage of homophobic right-wing recommendations. I can only imagine how harmful this would be to first people still trying to find their identity. Okay, well, let's test that out. Let's go open up YouTube, and we're gonna go as soon as it loads. LGBT. Okay, so we'll see that, right? LGBT TikToks for mental health and happiness. What Russians think about LGBT. Walk away LGBT left versus LGBT right. Uh, hmm, Random thing. Can homosexuals change? Conversation with member of LGBT. Cross Tour Canada. Random Japanese thing. Ooh. Um, Reacting to anti-gay commercials, anti-LGB. LGB TikToks for your spooky gay heart. The Big Gender Society Experiment LGB document number 2. Why does God hate me? LGB short term. Okay, you can't really decide God. Oh my god, it's a Vox video. Thank you. I was planning to go do a Vox video instead of this, but I found this. But why LGBT rights hinge on the definition of sex? 2020 election. I mean, they don't. But okay. Okay, then it's just a bunch of random TikToks because TikTok is taking over YouTube. Um, ooh, oh, um, yeah, I'm not finding that much homophobia, but I have found some. What? Whatever. Um, yeah. Okay. I'm done with scrolling LGBT YouTube. Whatever. It actually doesn't get better on YouTube. In coming out myself and a close friend are transgender, my biggest regret was turning to YouTube to hear stories of other trans and queer people. Simply typing in the word transgender brought up countless videos that were essentially describing my struggle as a mental illness. We're gonna fact check that again. As I say, I am a reliable content creator who fact checks things that I can find on YouTube. Okay. Just gender, transgender. That's what he said he types. Ooh, the science between being transgender. Why does grandma say she refuses to accept her transgender daughter? How I knew I was transgender. Transgender TikToks because you are accepted. Transgender woman shares stories from a men's prison. Transgender kids. Transgender globe transition compilation. Transgender transgender documentaries, real stream. So it's just a bunch of random bad stories. I mean, going trans isn't, but it's just corporate YouTube videos, as we all know. Mm. Mm. Not in my swamp. Oh god. Um. Mm. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. No. 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 I accidentally clicked on that. Um. So I found a very close up video of transgender surgery male from female genitalia amputation. Now this technically does fall under the category of educational, but what the hell is that? I mean seriously. Please get that smut off of YouTube. Wow, that's the first time you've ever used that word. Every now and then, YouTube will continue to recommend me a video that tells me my gender identity is wrong. It reminds me of how much hate is directly directed at me and people like me. I'm somewhat older. I've been dealing with these issues internally for a long time, and been, uh, been I have therapy been dealing with these issues. Oh shoot. I've been dealing out with these issues, but I can't imagine what it's like with those without access to help, especially for younger trans and queer who are always having risk having hate thrown on them at YouTube. Hate at Google time is always at risk and stood. Okay, this kind of seems like the sue YouTube argument where YouTube is unfairly targeting trans, which it kind of is. Uh, but it's also screwing everybody over. I mean, I can't talk about a pandemic that let's go to the YouTube creator page. Let's go to the here. We can one second. Let's go back to the YouTube homepage now that I've dealt with that, right? We're gonna go click dashboard. I'm not gonna go share any of this. Oh wow. Oh hey, that's got a one view. Nice. Okay. Oh wow. Oh. I'm getting some more comments. Thank you guys. Okay. Oh, what's this? Creator Insider. Oh wow. What's new in studio? Mm. Oh wow. Oh, YouTube Studio. Oh no, that's right. That. Oh, next item. Analytics. This week. Ugh, boring YouTuber stuff. Ideas for me. Okay, shut up. I don't care. But there used to be a video talking about the virus I can't talk about. And how something like that. And, well, I can't prove it to you by playing the video. But, well, yeah. Transgender pregnancy? Okay. Whatever. Um, let's continue reading. Uh, whatever. YouTube, or, uh, I, and I hate that Google time and time again stood behind and no, it has not publicly endorsed homophobia and stood behind as it refused to take it off their platform. Mate, YouTube gets around 500 hours of video per second. Do you think they can sort through all of that? Well, yes, they can. That's why it takes like a minute for the bot to scan your video. And it does. Um, okay. YouTube will be a place that reminds LGBT individuals that they are hated and provides the means for bigots making a living spouting hate speech. I'm starting to disagree with you, mate, because hate speech is free speech, and I don't agree with it, but I don't think you should be canceled for it. I mean, I don't think anybody should take you seriously, but I don't think nobody should be able to listen to you. Because that would get rid of my job. Or job. Did I say job? I mean my passion? Passion, yeah. Making fun of idiots. Then again, I'd probably be taken off, so please don't do that. Um, but let's continue. YouTube is a part of my pain coming out, and remember how terrible this world can be to those who are different. I have proud spite places like YouTube. So let me go tell you a little story. I happen to be unique. I just do. Please. You're like, how are you unique? Are you just the random Joe Schmuck being all, well, Joe Schmuck like? No. What you don't understand is I have some outward characteristics that can, well, it's not my YouTube personality, but it's also not a cup of tea. So, in other words, people tend to, I also like finding exploits, but people tend not to like me. So, quick, side tangent. I actually, well, contributed in my first court case when I was like, how many years ago was that? 9, 10? Yeah, 9 or 10. I won the court case, and then I just had the same result as if I lost it. So, in other words, I just stuck it to him. But that led to me kind of being hated, and I will dropped out. Let's continue. The hell? The hell is this? Is this sponsors? Okay, what do we fund? What you can do? Let's click the blog button, because they have that. Okay, okay, Dear Facebook, withdraw your cease and desist to NYU. Oh, I didn't know they had that. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay. Dear Mark Zuckerberg, voting has already begun in one of the most consequential U.S. elections in history. More than ever, American politics, the members of publics need to know who is trying to influence them and how. In this critical movement for a country, Facebook has threatened to shut down an independent research effort studying political targeting on the platform, and a cease and desist letter directed to New York University shut down its Ad Observer browser plugin, that a tool that allows Facebook users to volunteer to contribute information about the ads and ad targeting they encounter on the platform. Facebook also demanded that the project delete all data collected. I don't think they can actually win that because it's consensual. I mean, seriously, it's consensual. Dude, you can't, just because people use your website, it doesn't mean you can't be investigated. You might claim, well, it's going into our code. No, it's actually not. It's just studying. But whatever. Let's continue. Um, Ad Observer allows journalists and researchers to better understand the political misinformation and manipulation that spreads daily on the platform. It has dozens of resources, substances, or reporting on the upcoming election by dozens of newsrooms. Oh God. Okay, let's continue. Newsrooms. From Florida to Utah, outlets like the Houston Chronicle and Missouri Independent to BuzzFeed and the Markup. Facebook claims its motive for threatening Ad Observer is that the browser plugins and extension like Ad Observer could violate Facebook's users' privacies. Yes, but they can't get on anybody else, and they kind of consented on that. Like, let me go click and download this, and let me manually report what ads I see. Yes, let me go do that. No, it seriously doesn't. Okay, but it'd be not very good if they did. So, uh. let's continue. What is true that the Ad Observatory project has revealed serious flaws in Facebook's advertising transparency policies. Well, yeah, that's why they want to take it down. The Ad Observatory project helps researchers and journalists demonstrate that Facebook, number one, routinely fails to include political ads in the Facebook ad library. Okay, that's fine as long as you don't have any political ads. Or or if you do, you have very little, but on both sides. allows political campaigns to use targeting and manipulative ways to reach voters, like ads. You're kind of confusing me. Provides confusing and contradictory information on how much is being spent on political ads. Okay, that's bad, but confusing and contradicting are kind of, well, what you just did in your first two things, but okay. Um, Provides ways for foreign governments to reach U.S. voters with manipulative content. I just did a video on this. Yeah, a whistleblower, told us and turned down a bunch of money, to tell that Facebook, is slow to, actually act on anything, if they even do. Um, gives opportunities for dark money groups across the political spectrum to use Facebook to spread misleading messages. Still says discriminating ads, despite promising to stop after a lawsuit from a civil rights group. Mm. Facebook professor to be dedicated to advertising transparency, but its actions against the Ad Observatory are a part of a record revealing otherwise, ahead of the EDU elections last year. Facebook blocked similar tools, which were designed to address similar gaps and flaws in Facebook's ad library. So what this is telling me is that it's going after multiple things. Let's not focus on Facebook because that's not what this video is about. I'm just investigating this website. Building better online communities. October 30th, vital panel. That's bad. Facebook heeds Monza call, pauses group recommendations. Weekly Monza news beats. Whatever. Dressing Monza. Nope. Here. Let's find something good. Twitter, New York graphic tool. Ugh, boring. Weekly Monza news. Ugh, even more boring. From Sheeps. Wrangling sponsors. Ugh, boring. Ooh, 100 stories of internet health shared by you. Huh, diversity and disclosure. Okay. Well, what this website tells me is, well, there's obviously something wrong with the website and Facebook. Everything's wrong with Facebook, though.